Nice That You Are Looking At, All You Had to Do Was Stay, a song by the American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift from her fifth studio album, 1989-2014. Swift wrote the song with Max Martin, who produced it with Shellback and Mattman and Robin. The lyrics were inspired by a dream where Swift asked an ex-lover to stay when he was leaving. And the track's refrain incorporates her high-pitched voice shouting, "Stay." Musically, the synth-pop song incorporates an electronic groove consisting of dense synths, drum pads, and processed backing vocals. In reviews of 1989, some critics praised the production of All You Had to Do Was Stay as catchy, but some others found the track weak and generic. Billboard included the song in their 2017 list of the 100 Best Deep Cuts by 21st Century Pop Stars. Commercially, the track charted in Australia and Canada, and it received certifications in both countries and the United States. Following a 2019 dispute over the ownership of her master recordings, Swift re-recorded the song as All You Had to Do Was Stay, Taylor's version, for the re-recorded album 1989, Taylor's version, 2023. Taylor Swift had identified as a country musician until her fourth studio album, Red, which was released on October 22, 2012. Red incorporates eclectic pop and rock styles beyond the country stylings of Swift's past albums, which led to critics questioning her country music identity. Swift began writing songs for her fifth studio album in mid-2013 while touring on the Red Tour. Inspired by 1980s synth pop, she named the album 1989 after her birth year to signify an artistic reinvention. She described it as her first official pop album. On 1989, Swift worked with Max Martin as executive producers. Martin and Shellback produced 7 out of 13 tracks for 1989 Standard Edition. The track, All You Had to Do Was Stay, was additionally produced by Mattman and Robin. Speaking about the song's inspiration, Swift told GQ that it originated from a dream where she asked an ex-lover not to leave when he showed up at knocked on the door. She said how the idea translated into the song's refrain. "I opened it up and I was about ready to launch into the perfect thing to say. Instead, all that would come out of my mouth was that high-pitched chorus of people singing, 'Stay.'" She recalled that the multiple, stay, was mortifying, but kind of a cool vocal part. All You Had to Do Was Stay was written by Swift and Martin, who programmed and produced it with Shellback and Mattman and Robin. All three producers played keyboards. Shellback and Mattman and Robin played guitars, and the latter played bass and drums. The track was recorded by Sam Holland, assisted by Corey Bice, at Conway Recording Studios in Los Angeles. John Haynes engineered the song, and Serban Gania mixed it at Mixstar Studios in Virginia Beach, Virginia. All You Had to Do Was Stay is a synth-pop track. It begins with what the musicologist James E. Perrone described as a 1967-era backward tape manipulation that recalls psychedelic music. The song's production is aligned with 1980s musical stylings, such as an electronic groove consisting of dense synths, drum pads, and processed backing vocals. Lyrically, All You Had to Do Was Stay is a breakup song that samples Swift singing the word, stay, in a high pitch throughout, which is blended into the instrumental. Swift's character tells an ex-lover that she will not let him back into her life. Her vocals on the track are heavily processed. The New York Times' John Caramanica thought that the bratty background chorus chants exemplified this. All You Had to Do Was Stay was released as the fifth track on 1989 on October 27, 2014, by Big Machine Records. It charted at number 99 in Australia, number 92 in Canada, and number 14 on the United States, bubbling under Hot 100. The song received a platinum certification by the Australian Recording Industry Association, a silver certification by the British Phonographic Industry, and a gold certification by the Recording Industry Association of America. A fan-made remix of All You Had to Do Was Stay, containing sounds of a screaming goat, became viral on the internet. Swift performed the song on most dates of the 1989 World Tour in 2015, but left it out of the set list of a few dates. Swift left All You Had to Do Was Stay out of the set list of the Eras Tour 2023-2024, but performed it as a surprise song during the second Detroit show. Swift later performs the song in a mashup with Right Where You Left Me 2020 during the first Zurich show and Out of the Woods 2016 during the third Miami show. After signing a new contract with Republic Records, Swift began re-recording her first 6 studio albums in November 2020. The decision followed a public 2019 dispute between Swift and the talent manager Scooter Braun, who acquired Big Machine Records, including the masters of Swift's albums released under the label. By re-recording the albums, Swift would have full ownership of the new masters, enabling her to control the licensing of her songs for commercial use in hopes of substituting the Big Machine-owned masters. The re-recording of All You Had to Do Was Stay, subtitled Taylor's Version, was released as part of 1989's re-recording, 1989, Taylor's Version, on October 27, 2023. Swift produced All You Had to Do Was Stay, Taylor's Version, with Christopher Rowe, who engineered her vocals. The re-recorded track reached the Billboard Global 200 and individual charts for the countries of Canada and New Zealand. In the United States, All You Had to Do Was Stay, Taylor's Version, debuted and peaked at number 20 on the Billboard Hot 100, where it extended Swift's record for the most top 40 chart entries by a female artist. Rachel Sonnes, writing for Time, called All You Had to Do Was Stay a criminally underrated song, applauding the story behind the song for being vulnerable, relatable, and cutting. Further elaborating that the song is unmistakably Swiftian. Rob Sheffield of Rolling Stone called the song a 1989 banger that could have made an excellent single. He said that the track sounded quite like Out of the Woods, but had a livelier chorus and a stormier range of electro-tay sound effects. Aaron Brown of Vulture ranked the song as 8 out of 10 among Taylor's track 5s, saying that it is definitely the most upbeat of all the track 5s. And it shows Taylor's growth from her first album to her 5th. Leanne Bailey of Glamour UK listed the song as one of 1989's highlights. Alex Hopper of American Songwriter ranked All You Had to Do Was Stay 6th out of the album's 15 tracks, calling it as fun and blithe as one could make a breakup song, and complimenting the contrast between emotional lyrics and dance-inducing sounds. Billboard placed the track at number 77 on its list of the 100 best songs by Swift published in 2023, saying that it had the most potentials of becoming a single out of the deep cuts on 1989. The magazine ranked it 3rd on its 2017 list of the 100 best deep cuts by 21st century pop stars. Its editor Chris Payne highlighted the high-pitched stay that captures the manic desperation of a sudden split, and the way the chorus sprawls out and lets its hook run wild. Reviewing the re-recorded version, the line of best fits, Kelsey Barnes praised Swift's vocals as having improved and said that it was one of the best tracks on 1989, Taylor's Version. Mixed reviews were from Slant Magazine's Annie Galvin, who described it as one of the repetitive diary entries that have been churned through the Swedish pop hit-making factory. And Pop Matters' Corey Baisley, who considered its sound saccharine. Mikael Wood of the Los Angeles Times deemed, "All You Had to Do Was Stay," a generic song that could have been mistaken for one sung by Kelly Clarkson or Pink or Demi Lovato. The New Zealand Herald described the song as a tiresome depiction of early 20s innocence and sweet-natured wholesome fun that left the impression of Swift being a sweet 16-year-old. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.